Hey friends, welcome back to the video. Thanks for all the feedback there, see. I definitely need you to hands at my mistakes. I really need it. Alright, so as further ado, let's go and which mainly focus today on calling. Since calling is a huge leak in my game, everything else seems to be pretty fine. So as soon as I start having to call, I'll be asking the questions. Alright. So even putting money in the pot, set mining. A lot of my game is quite excellent because it's covering the biggest leak in my game, which is overcalling. Like it's beautiful when you're actually, when you're actually calling bluffs and stuff. We're calling here because we can. We're going for flushes here, and unfortunately missed. If he checks again, I think he's just saying he's weak here, and I think we can just easily get him to fold out. All right, perfect. So putting money in the pot is still the pot. Using position, that's fine. Bad players will typically just give up and not put anything else in there once they believe they're already beat. And thanks for the new subscribers coming through. And yeah, thanks for liking the videos as well. All right, so I'm going to fold this one. I'm going to be out of position. Don't need to cold call out of there. And there's no reason to raise that one either. All right, so we've got jacks. Got pocket jacks. We'll open up 9-8. It's questionable, but I think it's doable. All right, so we've got a gut shot here. Because we've got a gut shot, we're going to value this one. We don't want him raising, though. Not sure what he could have here. King hits our range. We're the ones betting here. If he bets into us, we could probably just let this go. At the same time, we could just check this one. But he's a scare card, so I've got to bet one more. If he calls here, we'll let go unless we improve into a 7. So unfortunate, but we're not going to put anything else in here. He's telling us he's either got a 10 or a king or a flush. He called the flop, which potentially could be just trying to trap with a flush or, he's got a 10. Okay. If we bet again on the river, possibly he's just folding there. The only thing there I could throw in there is he never really screamed strength. So what he was doing was just calling us. He didn't 3-bet pre-flop. So the best he could have was a marginal hand. So if we bet there again, is he actually calling or is he just giving up? I mean, at one point he's got to start realizing that there's flushes and kings out there. Now king hits our range. The only reason I slowed down there was because the flush was there. I wasn't really worried about the king so much. All right, flyers gonna call. Gonna set mine. And they're going to call with 9-7. Do have a backdoor. Probably should have raised pre-flop. Alright, so we can fold this one or we could just check behind. Alright, it's a big bet. Just going to let it go. And same again, big bet. Just going to let it go. If they do a small bet, more likely to call with the pocket pair because they scream weakness when they bet there. And something I have been focusing on is just their size betting. Like how opponents will bet to their size level. So if they bet small, usually means they're weak. If they bet big, means they're strong. Raising means ultra strong. So if you keep all that in mind, it's pretty basic. Does pretty much a half bet here. Doesn't like to do a bigger bet. So I'm going to call one more. Plus, we didn't. There was no raising pre-flop. So the pot is relatively low, so we're not going to get overcharged. We got to see the turn. And biggest thing here is if he checks behind, do we call one more now? All right, I'm gonna let go, but I think he's going to actually check behind when he's got an ace high hand. So I don't think he can continue betting now. When you do have a pocket pair, we're gonna call there with pocket pairs though, because it is typically a bad card to bluff at. It's gonna call behind with ace 10. Gonna be deceived. He's throwing a bet in. We're calling because we've got the nut flush draw. We'll defend with king 9. All right, got top pair. All right, perfect. These guys, I'm going to bet small here with the ace 10. Hopefully either someone raises or they both just decide to call. All right, I'm going to call with top pair. Raising's probably fine now. I'm going to probably just go into betting here. I can't afford a free card because of the flush draw. It could be straight draws as well. And we're just going to get it in. If he's got a set, so be it. He could have 5s or 3s, but it's just unfortunate. He's not always going to have 5s or 3s there. All right, we'll raise pocket jacks. But the king 9 was on our terms. It wasn't just on his terms. So the difference is there. We got 2 pair. Yes, it was bad. But we were the ones that raised it. So it wasn't like we were doing the calling. We decided to go all in. We believed that, remember he opened up first. So he could have had king, ace, king, king, queen, king, jack. Those type of hands. All right, it's going to fold. Not going to call here with 9s. Can check raise with 7-6 suited though. We're going to raise this one up. Bet the scare card as well. Probably should have just shoved. Probably just shove. There's fine as well. I think shoving is the line actually on the turn, because it gets awkward when you miss. And the times you do miss, you're going to get folds on the turn. So I think shoving is the play. Because usually what I do is, I think it's just a misplay. All right, I'm going to call one big blind. Actually, no, I'm going to raise it. And we're raising small. I've got a jack. That's all we've got. He could have some type of straight draw, flush draw. It's just missed. So we've got a value hand to the river. Unfortunately, he's got a 10, but I mean, he's got king. Got a 10. Just going to let this one go. Yeah, the only other thing too is if he checks really fast, we could probably bluff the river and get him to fold out the king, thinking that he's not going to be strong much of the time. All right, going to raise with ace king. We've got a... Definitely going to continue here, because the 10 comes out with another gut shot. The king comes out fine. All right, perfect. All right, just calling behind with ace 4. Keeping it nice and low. All right, we've got a gut shot. And top pair. We could easily be out kicked. Someone could easily have ace queen, ace king. Just checking here. Probably get some value on the river. All right, playbook. We're just gonna let go with ace 9. We're at the bottom of our range there. We don't need to be calling. All right, king comes out. I think he's gonna have pocket pairs. 7-6. All right, it's got missed everything. So throwing a bet there on the river. I was gonna bet like 1 or 2, but I don't think he's gonna call even that. So I think that's fine. Queen 9's going to fold. Also, yeah, it's just going to keep highlighting the facts when I do call. Just so I have a mental reason while I'm in the hands as well. Just checking here. Jack 7-5 is going to hit so much of his range. Interesting, he bets the ace, but I'm just going to let it go. We're not going to call there. Sometimes when they bet the ace there, he knows he's going to be outkicked a lot of the time. So if he's betting the ace, he's going to be he's just screaming strength. Might not be scared of the ace at all. I'm going to call ace 10. We do have a gut shot, and the pot's relatively small. Unfortunately, we don't have the ace of spades here, so we can't bluff this. We've got ace high. So hands like king jack, king 10, we do beat. But you hit the queen, so I think that's fine. All right, jack 5 suited. Gonna fold. Pocket 10s will open. I know in the last video as well, I was calling a bit of full bets with 10s and jacks. There are definitely hands you can call with 4-betting, but all right. So this hand, jack 10, we're going to bet here. We do have a gut shot, and we've got a lot of fold equity. We could bet small as well. But we actually went a bit large with the bluff. All right, raising the fish or isolating. Call him a fish because he raised one big blind. But he could be trapping as well. Doesn't steal or anything. Could be a whale, actually. Unfortunate. I think he's trapping. No, we're just going to get out of the way here. I think this is just a trap. I don't need to watch this. He's going to have a strong hand. We'll check it out after, if I remember. But it just seemed very trappy. All right, 10-9 suited. Perfect. Also, what typically happens? Oh, there's a lot of people online, so that's good. It means it's a better time. I mean, I find yesterday the time I played was after dinner. It started to get a bit late because I wake up 4 o'clock in the morning. So typically after dinner, I'm starting to get tired. So at the moment, it's like just before 12 o'clock. And it's not a bad thing because what happens is there's good and bad in it. We do have a gut shot. We've got a disguised hand here. So you got 2 pair with the jack kicker. Bear that in mind. So if someone's got ace 10, we have a chop. I'm going to call here with 3s for the fact if we get a 5. Okay. Still going to call the ace. Even better. So a lot of times we'll be just dropping here. All right. So if he's got a hand like king, queen, king, jack, king 10, he should just let this one go, I think. All right. We're not going to call anymore. I think he's just got an ace too many times. All right. I'm going to fold just purely for the fact is it's bad to call the chop. So we don't really get the odds there. Nice steal with queen 7. All right, trying to get some steals in, which we did. So yeah, never called a chop. It's not really good. He could have a flush there. And remember, we're 3 ways as well. All right, king 10, 9-8 hits. We're gonna check behind. Ace hits our range. Bets into us, we could probably fold here. But no, we're gonna bet this one. Because the ace hits our range. Remember, he didn't 3-bet pre, so he's got a capped range. We'll target it, use position. Perfect. Cool. I could play 8-2 suited. It's not great. But on the button, if everyone folds, you can play anything. King 9 suited, let's go. All right, pocket aces. We love them and dread them. because we know that we open up. 3-bet's only 5% here, but I'm going to raise it, make sure it's 20 big blinds at least. All right, so we got a 3rd bet because we do exactly the same thing with ace king, and then we're just going to jam it. If he's got a set of jacks, got a set of 10s, so be it. But kings and queens are calling. Ace jack's probably calling. King jack, queen jack. If they think that we're actually getting out of hand, they're going to be calling me. Yes, he's going to call with 10s and jacks, but not going to always hit those. All right, 3-betting. We're going to fold. I mean, sometimes you can call there, especially against the big blind, but I don't like calling against the small blind. Small blinds, typically a good small blind player should be tighter than your big blind. And that's when it becomes a game of cat and mouse, because you don't know, so many people play different ranges. It's hard to know which range you're up against. Holding 7-4. Ace queen out of position. I'm just going to fold this one. So the reason why I folded ace queen out of position, yes, we run into hands like ace king. People don't tend to 3-bet enough in the micros, or especially 2NL, 5NL. So we'll fold out. When we're playing 100NL eventually again, what we'll do, we will be calling ace queen. Ace queen's a great hand to call. But in the micros, when they don't 3-bet wide enough, we're definitely going to be dominated there most times. Unless they're a really bad player, then we could probably, get into that hand as well. All right, so today's plan will be trying to get a few hours worth in. Should be able to play for about probably about 2.5 hours, hopefully. A lot can happen there. I got top pair, got to bet this one. The reason why we're betting there is because the nuts do change. Meaning like the flush comes out, a 6 comes out, we're in trouble. 5 doesn't change anything, so it could continue here. A lot of overcards will just give up here. So our hand needs defending. If he raises here, we can just simply fold. It's going to check behind. Sometimes we'll be beat here though. Yeah, he's got a 6, so he's trying to get the straight. So that's what we're charging for. And then by the time the river comes, he's just going to fold out everything, or try and bluff us actually. All right, king, queen, 30% of hands. Looks a bit of a reg though. But what we'll do is raise it up, and we'll raise it a little bit higher. So I do raise it up out of the position, and I do raise it up quite high. And because it's 30%, we can definitely bet. Rainbow flop. Okay, I think our king is good unless he's got an ace here. He's going to let us know right now where we're lying. Yeah, perfect. And 9-5. We did hit the 5. We're just going to bet 1. Unfortunately, in call with his ace or king high. Yeah, so once the board pairs up with the aces, it's really hard to put our opponent on an ace. And remember, we're the one 3-betted, so you could pretty much put away ace king out of his range if he didn't raise that one. Yeah, aces or kings. Yeah, the other thing we could have done was check the turn and thin value bet the river. But then we open up to being bluffed at. And being wrong will be hurtful. So I think the line we took was fine. I'm going to call with 5s. 3-bet. 43% of hands. All right. If he continues, he's going to be playing quite tight. We have tightened his range up. Bets into us. I'm connected though, so we're cool. And he's probably going to give up a ton of hands. No, he's not. He's got a jack. Yeah, okay. Try bluffing. Anyway, we bet the turn. So we got the value. So we played the hand right. Yeah. So we bet the turn, which is fine because he had an open ender. We did not fall into his trap. Very easy. It's very easy for him. It's very easy for you to fall into the trap of giving them a free card. I mean, there's a typical cheat way you could play. Nine's got a bet here. There's a cheap way you could play. Typically raising. Ooh, it's a scare card. We'll bet again. No, he's going to fold out a ton now. If he calls, it's alarm bells. Raises just says strength. Remember, we're not capped. We are capped. Not capped. And he's just going to fold out, queens, jacks, hopefully tens. All right, backdoor. We've got a 2. It's going to fold out 5-2. The only reason why I might call there is because the bet is low. The pot is low and he's betting. We still could hit another 2 or a 5. It's not going to cost us much. But the bad plays there is our opponent's already saying he's got a weak hand. So he might not even call a raise. So it might be not worth trying to fight for that pot. All right, so we've got 10-8. This is a perfect board for us. We're calling, got a flush draw. It's a big bet. I'm going to fold. And he doesn't have much behind him. If he is deeper stacked, I'll definitely call there. All right, 3 betting king 9 suited. 28%. We're a little bit deeper here. He loves stealing there. He might like 4 bet. We do block ace king though. All right, folded. That's good. Good little win there. Need the right hand table to pick up a little bit here. Yeah. Also, I was thinking, other than we did play 5-0 a little bit premature yesterday. I think at least 10 big blinds is probably better than 6. I mean, it's the psychological factor of just losing 3 blinds, which is, it's definitely not 3 blinds, 3 binds, which is not usually huge in the big scheme of things, but when you're only low bankroll, it's gonna like play on your mind, so it's not worth it. All right, 4-3 is folding. I know this is wide, but everyone's playing quite tight. Every hand is profitable if they fold. A6, gotta be out of position. That's why we folded this one. All right, S5 suited. Let's open it up. Yeah, are playing 10-8. All right, we will call this one. It's not a big 3 bet either. All right, definitely calling. 10-8. Flopped an amazing straight. Has he got a set? You expect to see a set here. All right, ace five's finished. We're trying to get a 4. Betting 5. That's the worst card for us because now Queen 10 gets there. It's probably going to be a chop though. Yeah. Told you it was the worst card for us. Very lucky. I think no matter how we played that, apart from getting it in on the flop, don't know if he's going to be calling on the flop. But that's the only time we avoid the... I think he's just going to do a lot of folding if we raise there. And you pretty much got to isolate yourself against the set. Do a ton of checking here. We do have a gut shot. Actually, an open ender. I'll hit a 7. We'll get a bet 1. Maybe he calls with ace high. So we've hit a set. We're in position. He's betting small. Yeah. Very strange. Anyway. He was very passive. Played it very pretty careful. All right, 6-3. Not a great board for us. Just get a fold out that one. All right, check full suited. Yes, it's trash, but it's in the button. Just raising a little bit higher this today. Normally been betting about 2 big blinds. All right, now we got kings. Three bet's only 1%. Pretty interesting. We're going to call because we do have a gut shot. And we've got an overcard as well. Yeah, easy fold. Going to call here. We're very deep as well. Boom, yeah. Please don't have a set. Please have ace queen. King queen better. Ooh. There we go. Got him. Get that shit out of there. All right. 8s. Fire right with 8s. Jack 10. 21%. This guy's pretty passive. 21-11. So when he does bet, I'm going to call though. Open ender. We'll raise. Obviously, he's going to fold out. Sometimes you think that, you know, he bets 1 there. He could be just enticing a raise. So he is quite passive though. So trying to get chips out of him is going to be pretty hard. All right, king queen opens up 29%. Should be pretty profitable for us, but not an ace high board. Okay, we got him folding. If LCK calls, we're in trouble. Fine. The reason why I bet there is we'd be doing that with ace king. And the big blind really didn't really oppose a threat unless they've got a set, because they usually just set mining or just got some random trash card. All right, we'll defend with 7-6. Problem is now a 9 comes out. All right, we've got an open ender. No, we're definitely not folding this. We're not bluffing. It's a shame. He did like his hand, so he kept betting. It's sad when they check behind because it means we could bluff them. So because he did that, it gives us a less reason there to throw a bluff in. All right, I'm going to raise it. We'll call 9-8. We've got position here. Get the free card. We don't need to defend the hand. All right, we'll value bet the river. Probably lost a little bit of value on the turn. He could have a flush as well, but we do block flushes, so I think we might have a 10. Whoa. Okay, interesting. Shame that the diamond didn't come out. He would have lost a lot. Plus, we bet small, so we got his trash to call. All right, I've got a 3-bet. Not enough hands really to matter. Ace queen suited. All right, fearless. Definitely get a 3-bet. All right, we'll check here. We definitely need to bet this one because there's the open-enders, flush draws. He's going to continue, and we need to probably, it could have probably even overbet here. He's all in. Yeah, like I said. All right, I'm going to call. We're not going to raise with ace queen. Just check them behind. 3 people in the hand. 7-4 suited. Very lucky didn't run into the clubs. I was going to cash out with the other one, but decided not to. All right, we got 7s. We'll call. He's got king high. 6-4, get a call. A little bit deeper. All right, so we call here because another diamond comes out. Be nice. Checks behind, he's actually missed. So we're going to fold. Yeah, check behind there. Be pretty interesting. We could probably blast the river. Yeah. I'm playing ace-9. Ace-9 suited. Offsuit, I mean. Not playing that today. Seven six we could fold pre, but against under the gun, I think it just plays. Hitting pretty well with these gappers. Checks again. I think he's going to miss, but remember we've got open ender. It's a shame the diamond didn't come out. Yeah, I would just fold that one. He's going to fold out a ton there. Perfect. Yeah, so it's a shame we didn't get extra equity there for that gapper. We will 3-bet though. We're on the button as well. Keep the 2. I'm going to bet this one. Didn't 3-bet pre. Alright, I'm going to check here. Hopefully we hit the 2. Interesting though, if he's got ace king, you do beat him. Yeah, he's got 7s. Interesting a call actually. Let's have a look. Maybe we should have fired again. Do a bluff line and then, you know, if you've somewhat made it that far. He's got an ace. Oh, he's got queen jack. All right, we charged him for queen jack. Perfect. Do have a flush draw here. No, I checked behind. We could have bluffed him. All right, ace jack offsuit. Definitely get a 3-bet. Not going to be limping behind. Not going to be flatting behind. All right, so I got top pair, top kicker. You could have king jack. All right, this is a danger card. Got to check behind. Yeah, ace 10. Oh, fine. Maybe I lost a little bit of value. Oh, queen on the river. Yelch. How big was the bet? Yeah, probably should have called. 28. Three betting 8-6. What I was saying before was too, when you're playing tied, it's actually not so bad because you get to see the weakest part of your game. So you might think you've mastered a lot of stuff, but when you're playing, when you're tired, some of your weakest parts of the game always come out. Same as when you tilt. Like if you're tilting, there's parts of your game that will never fall out because you've mastered it, and there's other parts that will actually start to come to the surface. And for me, probably calling too much is one. We've got a gut shot here. I've got double gutter now. We could check raise. Or overbet. Hopefully calls. Okay, he does. Nice. Just looked bold. Just looked bluffy. It's going to fold jack 7. We do have position though. Probably doesn't play well though against a small blind. Although If he had ace queen, it would have played pretty well. Whenever you fold, you always seem to hit it, don't you? All right, no ace of clubs. I would have called. All right, king 10 with fearless bear again. All right, definitely opening up king 10. Not really excited about queen 2, although we do have the queen of diamonds. But we could be up against the king now. But you'd think a king would have bet there. All right, time to win the pot. Got the ace of diamonds, won the 3. He called pre. He's got a lot of garbage at his hand. We'll bet. And another diamond comes out, we'll bet again. Remember, we have the ace of diamonds, so we can play a bluffy line like we've got the nuts. Ooh, got a fishy player. Low stack. Alright, so I got 2 interesting plays in this. Bets into us. I'm going to call 1. Do have a gut shot. Hopefully he checks. Goes all in. Alright, just going to fold that one. Multi-way pot. The reason why you can check here and don't donk is because there's a lot of cards coming out. Jam. How the fuck does he have 7-3? How the fuck does he have 7-3? I'm serious. How does he fucking have 7-3? How the fuck does he have 7-3 there? That just fucking kills me. Fucking kills me. Alright, just betting this one. If he shows, I mean, we've got to be worried about a flush. 7-3. Like, come on, man. How the fuck do you have 7-3? It just hurts. This is the bullshit. We should have just called. He did overbet too. Should have just called. Alarm bells with an overbet. So we ignored the fact of an overbet. So we probably should have just called. But then I thought, because he's such a, I thought he was a bad player. Defending 5-3. Hit 3. Alright, we'll 3-bet here. Just fucking kills you. And it was a big pot too. And we hit 2-bet there. Anyway, it's important we don't lose ourselves, but oh man, that's just really bad. And that's why there's high variance because of tickets like them. When you're playing high stakes, people typically won't bet those because they won't want to risk a lot of money. So all he's doing is he's got to lose long term, and he's just fucking us up at the same time. So essentially, he's just annoying us both. Right, we're gonna overbet this one. We do have a gut shot. We've got a flush draw, and if he does call, hopefully we hit and then we jam. And if he folds, it's even better. If we don't hit, it's just so frustrating. But yeah, I shouldn't have shoved there either. He could have easily had, with the overbet there, he could have had a set of aces. Don't have the ace of heart. If we had the ace of heart, we'd probably call it. All right, we've got a diamond, and we've hit 3. So I got a call. Queen of diamonds would have been better. Need a 10 or a 3 would have been nice. Easy fold. So we weren't drawing dead there. And if an ace comes out, all right, let's get back into it. We just got a package at the front door. All right, let's go. Gonna raise it up. All right, checking here, but we're gonna continue with the ace of heart. Do have a 9. He's probably unsure what we've got. Yeah, ace queen. Okay. Or 3-bet king queen. Still the blinds. We could check there with king queen. That's fine. All right, I got 2 pairs. So if he's got king jack, he's now done. Ace 10 does get there. Didn't raise at least. King 8 suited. We do have a... Alright, so I've got a gut shot flush draw, and we've got a fish player in the big blind. Chances are he might actually... oh, there we go. I'm not sure. He might actually bet for us. We'll bet small. There's 2 people in the pot. He's going to let us know if he's got a flush. He might call when if he's got an ace. If he's got 2 pair, he's probably going to call. Alright, I'll get a bet this one. Hopefully he raises. Gut shot with 7-5. Probably missed. Probably should have bet a bit small. If you bet small, he calls with his trash and he's going to raise with his queen or a flush. Alright, we're going to bet this one. We've got a gut shot and we've hit the... there's a scare card ace. Build the pot up if we do get a 6. Got a straight now. I'm going to raise it up with 2 pair. Going overboard. Hopefully he hasn't got 9-10. That'd be sad. Just jams. I can't fold. He could have an 8 easy. Yeah, I just can't fold 18 into that. He could be doing it with over pairs. Saying thank you. It's frustrating. But anyway. That wasn't too bad. We played alright though. If he does miss his hand, he's going to do a lot of folding. Get an attack. Please don't have a 5. Perfect. Yeah, so I didn't expect him to have a 5 there. Sometimes he's gonna have a 5, but obviously he's gonna miss out. And plus he's got 37% of hands. So it means he's gonna be a wild one. ATS is high as well, which means he's gonna be an aggressive player. So as soon as I saw his high percentage, that's why I went on the attack. Jack 10's gonna fold. Alright, ace king off suit. 3 bets a lot, right? So 14%. So we will 4 bet this. Perfect. Even better because we didn't have a spade. Jack 10. 4%, so I'm going to fold. Try not to... yeah, you can see we've already leveled ourselves back mentally, so... Felt pretty tempted to call there with 7-5 offsuit. Alright, aces. Gonna raise it up like we're stealing the blinds. It's not really a steal if they're in the medium position anyway. Playing a trappy line here. If you got king, so be it. Really tried to play. 3 comes out, flipping the table. I'm glad he didn't have king, queen, or king, jack. The way we're running, you expect him to have king, jack, or king, queen there, and hit the king. All right, ace 8's folding, 3-way pot. Anyway, nice. Oh, we should have probably. Wait, we should have probably played that one. 71% of hands, but only 9 hands, so maybe not. Probably should have bet larger with king, queen. It's a range. We could check there as well. Keep his trashy hands in. King, jack, king 9, king 8. Those type of hands. Was a little bit of a scary scary board though with the suits. So checking this fine as well. Okay. So we've hit the 4. We didn't 3-bet. He's going to bet. C-bet all way too much here. All right. So we've got a gut shot and we've got still the 4. All right. So it's just losing. The only other way we could play that is somehow get him to fold. Or raise it. Deep stacked as well. Killed our action. We could have got a little bit more there. Clubs weren't there. We could have got stacks in. Follow in with 10s. Oh, I've hit a 6. We've got trips. And he calls. So he just yeah, fair enough. We sort of played it bluffy, didn't we? We didn't want to call. So you do the opposite sometimes. You bet big looking like you don't want to call. Because people get told if you want to bluff, bluff big. So then what happens is people think you're bluffing, so they'll call. He's going to c-bet here a lot. No. We'll bet this one. Hopefully he just folds. Yeah, fine. Was going to call. Ah, he's deep stacked. Maybe he could have. But I don't close the action down. And because I don't close the action down, that's why I fold. Because you don't know if button shoves, then we're just really just coughed up 24 big blinds for nothing. All right, we'll call because we've got position. If the cards weren't suited, we could probably call there. Because think of it this way, if he's got small pocket pairs, he's going to give up a ton of turns. But because of the suits, if he's got one of the suits, if he's got the, say, pocket pair, 6 of diamonds, he's not likely going to fold. And then it's going to just be very hard to win the pot. But, you know, if he had smaller pocket pairs and didn't have a flush or anything like that, we could just use position to win. Putting some pressure on. Wish I had Queen Jack here. He's going to win with ace high. He's got a flush. Would have been interesting to play that line with ace king of diamonds. Anyway, it was an easy fold. In position. Got a gut shot. So he misses a lot here. Playing position. Do have extra equity, so if he does call, if he shoves here, we're folding and we're hating it. But he's going to find a lot of folds here. It's calling one more. We jack 10. He could have ace king. Alright, he's got ace jack, but we could also have hit a jack on the river. Nine. Plus if he calls, he hit the 9. It's not the end of the world. And plus we've built the pot up if he's got over pairs. Also, we'd bet the same way if we do have an 8. So that's why he probably doesn't want to shove there. Alright, so we've got a gut shot. I'm going to flush draw. It's over bet. Kong Nang. Okay, missed anyway, so it's good. We'll try and steal it. Good player would realise we snap checked, so something I would be aware of. Not really at this level, but at the higher levels. People snap checking. Snap calling means they're not looking at raising. It's why people take a long time. We're going to attack this one. Threes need a lot of defending. We've hit the 7. %38% of hands. Probably just fold out. He's raising. He's got to have spades. He could have a jack. Could pretty much have anything there, but I think a 7's going to be tough ask. That, you know, he's telling us he's quite strong, and we're pretty weak there. We're just trying to steal the pot. We're not looking to play for stacks where he looks like he is. All right, Queen Jack offsuit. Not great hand, but we raise it. Okay, we'll raise it. He's limping. This guy, 2%, 4%. Very fishy, but we'll make him red just so we can keep an eye on him. Same guy again. Deja vu. All right, skulls. Looks fishy. We'll label him as such. Yeah, folded there. Not suited. Plus, we got to be out of position. Although he's raising there, meaning he might not be strong. So there could be two reasons why he's betting there. So a good player might be betting there, isolating against the fish, where, and if he's isolating against the fish, he could be quite weak. But if he's unaware of that, then he's raising because he's strong. Okay. Watch the 5. Oh, no. Anyway, yeah, could be raising it because he's strong. And it's just not good for us. Yeah, he's really weak. Yeah, he's just raising it because he's strong, so we just get out of the way. And it's always handy sometimes to check your stats as well. We've got 14% of hands. Free betting. The gap should be a little bit closer. That's fine. I think you shouldn't fall in love with stats anyway. All right, Jack 10. If we call here, we're just trying to go for 2 pairs. All right, the ace of diamonds. 3 of diamonds would be good. 2 of diamonds would be good. You get straight draws and flush draws. So we'll stay in this one. If he doesn't like the ace, he's checking. We have to continue now. Calling the 3s, just try and spike 3 on the turn. Instantly checks the turn. We're going to bet this one. He's going to do a ton of folding. But no, we missed it. Misread this one. This guy's a tricky player. We'll read him. Mind you, I'm still learning timing tells. So we're going to make some errors there, obviously, but like that one should have been just give up. All right, calling, just hoping. So I've got position. This guy's 32%. He's going to be aggressive as hell. If he bets here, I'm calling. Bets again, I'm probably letting go. Because if he's not scared now, you know, 6 is there. He could have overpair. Interesting you bet the turn though. He could have a 7. 4-3. Okay. Kept that nerve at least. Wonder how many of you would have followed the turn. Especially after what trash people have been trapping us with. All right, fives. Queen Jack, probably gonna let go. We did 3-bet. King's there, so we need a 5. 5 comes out. Whoa. Could have ace king, could have king queen. Wonder if he's gonna call wide here. You only had 80 big blinds behind, so it seems wild shoving that big, but I think if he's got flush draws, straight draws, he's calling there. So it's not as reckless as you think. In that spot, it's not reckless. What I did before uh, was reckless, but that wasn't reckless. That was just trying to get people to fall in love with their equity and call. Obviously, if they were chasing with a flush, they would have got there. But we could have cashed out, I guess. We'll call behinds with 5-4. Could have bet the 5. Got bottom pair, so not in love with it. Would love to win a small pot. We've got a gut shot here. We'll bet one more, and then it's it. Unless we hit a straight. All right, ace jack. Raising it up. Yeah, big tomorrow. I think you're right. I need to raise a little bit more in the big blind, if that's what you're getting at. In position, we can bet smaller. No, doesn't have king queen, king jack or anything like that. No draws. All right, king queen. We know is a dangerous hand. Get rid of it. Pocket tens against playbook. 25% of hands. He's definitely a rag. Let's raise it up. Probably should go larger actually. Okay, gut shot. He's probably got a king. Ace 10. Wow. What do we do? It's 4-bet. Got him. Playing it like we got aces and kings there. Also, with the board pairing up, less likely he's going to hit. And imagine him having jacks in his hand. Jacks or tens. Really, we four bet. What has he got? Like we four bet. He's got jacks. Like, what is he going to do? He's going to do a ton of folding. All right, so we've got a backdoor. And do a gut shot as well. Do a ton of raising here. 7% of hands. We're actually going to bet this. Just to build the pot up. Jack 9 could have 3-bet. Alright, going to overbet. Hopefully he doesn't have 5-6. Really interesting. I don't know what he has there. Maybe he's got a king. Could have 3-bet Queen Jack. He's giving up Queen Jack. We sort of misplayed that to begin with. We should 3-bet. Probably saved money in the end. Ace-3 is trash. Just let it go. Alright, we'll call 1.5. If we hit this, I think we're jamming. If he bets this, we're just folding. He loves his hand too much. And we didn't really pick up a spade. We didn't even pick up a straight. And he didn't have anything behind him, so just not worth it. It would have been a gut shot. We got a cat. Jack 5's gone. We'll play King Queen. Betting it like we got a flush draw. Queen Jack gets there, unfortunately. We could have played a check call range there. Probably check calling there's better, but with the flush. Probably shouldn't have bet. I did bet small. I think betting small is fine. Sort of like a block bet. 10-9 does get there. Flushes get there. Queen Jack gets there. You didn't really bet anything. So we probably should have just checked. Alright, deep stacked. Good ace king. Had a position with ace king. I probably could jam, but a lot of people have aces there. And if not, they could have at least a pocket pair. Alright, in position, we'll call. I know it's wide, but we're calling. Alright, hit the 10. Trying to steal. You know, everyone's like to see folds. Love to see a 3 or a 7 on the river. Yeah, unfortunate. Raise it up for 3 and pocket 2s. That's we're in position. All right, got the jacks. All right, now 4 wedding jacks. Rafa could be pretty wide because yeah, it's just sick, but he could have a queen. Got a gut shot. A little bit crazy here with over betting. Sort of fell asleep behind the wheel there, but lucky they missed everything. Hit the ace on the river, they win. Just folding out of the small blind. Ugh. This cat's molting. It's that type of weather. Been some really hot days. He's probably itchy as. All right. So the reason why, sorry, it's just on the phone. But the reason why I called there was the board paired up and there was a lot of missed draws. Got a gut shot here. All right. Unfortunately. Very stubborn pocket nines. Very stubborn nines, but we got there. Still got another 2 hours of playing, all just under. That was good. Yeah, 4 bets. They just don't do it wide enough for 2-0. It's just mainly going to be aces and kings. People are scared to do queens. It's the reason why we can 3-bet relentlessly. Okay. Called a raise. We could have raised there as well. There is flush draws out there. The flush has now got in. If he bets big here, we'll let go. So he's screaming he's got a set. King Queen does get there. King Jack doesn't play like that. Hopefully that's progress. Isolating against a fishy type player. All right, so we've got a gut shot and we've got a backdoor hit a 3, not folding. It's not great. I've got to fold. All right, I've got to call the river here. A king wins though. Could anything else bet there other than a king though? Ace Jack, Ace Queen, Ace 10. Maybe you should just fold that one. Okay. Got position. Bet small. It's a rainbow flop, so it's a dry board. So we'll fold this one. He's not going to have air in his hair there. He's usually going to have like an ace. Probably a strong ace. And 6s are going to find a hard time. I'm not calling 10s in that spot. I'll call ace 4 suited. Alright, I got a gutter. Backdoor flush again. Let's raise it. Build that pot. Jack hits our range, but at the same time it is. Alright, hit a 4, so we got showdown value. I'll let go. Alright, I'm gonna bet this one out. 7 of spades or something that comes out. It's not the one we wanted. Drawing to a 10. Scare card in the river. I'm gonna bet it. Alright, A7's gone. Reward system. Let's have a look. We've got $3, so if we do get 0, obviously we've got at least $4 here. Plus, we should be going up this weekend. Back up to 20. We should have some free rolls. Off stream, I did a Battle Royale, the freebie. I came third, took out 1 or 2 people, so do get there. 5-4, another backdoor. Alright, we've got a gutter. We'll bet this one. If a 3 comes out. Alright, I'm going to check shove, hopefully. There can't be better. We've got the nuts. You can, there's no better. He could be quietly playing a set and call. Missed draws are there. There you go. Perfect. So if people can do it against us, we can do it against them. That's what I think. We'll take that. Backdoor. Also, it can be betting there for value because think of the hands he could be calling with. If he's calling with like suit connectors, king, queen, or worse ace, we could have the best hand there. So we're betting there for value not all the time, but in that circumstance, he's gonna have a lot of junk with his 3-betting call range. And he's a regular as well, which means he probably knows a little bit. You'd want to hope so. Another egg. Wow, look at this guy. They've all got similar stats. Similar boring stats. This guy's a whale. Could be one more for a7. It's gonna have a king here. Ace high. Is it good enough? Yes, it is. Don't think we could bet for value on the river. All right, we'll 3-bet 8 pocket 8s here. And the whale again. King hits our range. Does he think that far though? I'm gonna put him as a whale, but well, not a whale, but as a fish, like just a weak player. So some people might think I'm a fish. Yes, I've got some great tendencies, but yeah, calling is bad. Right, we've hit the 7. Backdoor flush. Gonna call, but okay, we could actually have the best hand here. Not probably now. The jack's out there, 6 is out there. Does close the action down. Can't call. We we value bet ourselves there. It was a bit too thin with 3s. All right, red player. This screams strength because the other guy was already in the hand. Oh, we would have had a gutter though. A double gutter. Just calling because we're so deep. If he checks here, we could have the best hand. Bet small though. Straight flush. Hopefully he jams. We've got the straight flush. If he's got quads, we beat him. Damn it. All right, here we go. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. So the only reason why I did call. What was the other hand? Yeah, the ace 9. We did hit the 9. He bet small. 7-4 would have hit straight. You see, they've all got the same stats. All right, straight flush draw. I'm gonna bet quite big. He's got a 7. He's got a call. 7 he might raise actually. Six of hearts would be good. We'll take it. On the upside, everyone's got similar stats, so if you learn how to play against them, it becomes easier. Don't want to get sticky with that hand. He's a bit weakish. We'll label him as such. We'll stay in this hand only for the fact that this guy seems pretty bad. Yeah, 7-5's terrible, but if he's terrible, he's going to pay us off. Ace high maybe calls. No. Two queens on the board means he's probably going to have a lot of junk. He's going to have a lot of ace highs, king highs. All right. Get a gut shot here. If everyone checks here, I'm going to bet. The queen scares everyone off. It's pretty much a full card straight out there. So just the queen and it's a straight. So probably a low bluffing spot. And that's another thing too. Since I overcall a little bit sometimes, or probably a lot of times, I'll probably need to look at low bluffing spots compared to high bluffing spots. Like I do understand high bluffing spots where, I mean, all bad bluffing spots. You know, the board pairs up, there's no straight, no flush out there, and someone just randomly bluffs. That's usually bad, obviously. But there's spots where no one's actually bluffing and you should just fold. All right, we're going to donk out here and represent a 6. Please don't shove, Johnny. All right, we missed, but that's fine. Did we shove? We could maybe even shove though. He's going to do it for us. It's a shame we didn't hit the heart. The wrong suit came out. Isolating against whatever this guy is. All right, 9-7 suited. He's going to bet big if he's got a queen. Hopefully get a heart. Could have king queen though. Needs a bet big so I don't see another heart out there. He's going to fold out a ton here. Please don't have king queen because we can't fold here. He did raise pre. He could have ace queen as well. I think we dodged the bullet. All right, in position, we've got a king. Paired board. We could be out-kicked here. I think out-kicked is not going to be the case here. I think he's just going to chop here most times. There you go. Yeah, the other thing is if you deny him, I think just jam it. But then you just gotta have that time when he has a 10, you gotta be crying. Pretty much like when I jammed before. Alright, this guy looks like a bad player, so we're gonna call. Got an ace. Gonna be kicked a lot here. To have a back door. Bet small, please. Does he have queen 10? I'm gonna let go. Especially he got queen 10. But I think he's got his out kicked. Oh, he bets big, so we're betting smaller. We changed our sizing here on purpose. We're deep stacked, but cool. In position as well. No spade, unfortunately. He'll do a ton of checking here, even with aces and kings. Alright, got an open ender here. Do we rip it? And risk our bankroll? He's got to check this 100%. He's got to check it. He's got to have aces. No, he's not. Oh, okay. I was thinking about ripping it. The potential was there. The potential was there to hit that straight. Alright, we're just going to attack this small bet. Label as a fish. Taking over the hand. Double gutter. With king jack. Alright, I've got a call. Block bet with king jack. It's got the straight. It should be raising there actually. He did have aces before. Wasn't a massive pot. In position, we'll call. One of the three so bad. Gonna fold out a ton here. Fucking idiot. I shouldn't have done that. Ah. Fucking idiot. Alright, we'll get a call. Got position. He only had tens. Oh, we would have got there. Yeah. All in. King, queen, king, jack calls there. Please don't have. No, we'll take it. The nut flush or something. I'm just trying to avoid. Oh, we'll raise. You could have queens, jacks, tens, or fours. Okay. I know this is wild. Okay. We don't really have anything behind us now. So our bankroll is what we've got, which is not great. But at the same time, we do have, hopefully, have a good chance of getting some C dollars today. And we also are going to claim back some as well. So on Monday, we'll get more. Serves me right, though, for going to 5 and L too quick. Open ender. He could have his out kick too. He could have Jack 9. He could have. He could have a lot that, even Ace King, and just realizes all the draws have pretty much missed. Gut shot. If he checks there, we could probably try and bluff. I'm gonna call one big blind. I'm not. No, I got threes. He's gonna have a strong hand here. Maybe. Sevens. Okay. Everyone's in this hand. I need. I want to call just for the fact that three people are in the hand. Gut shot. All right, we'll close this table down because we need to make sure we've got at least 100 big blinds. We missed. All right, we'll call nines. Three bet's quite tight, so we can. He's a tight player. 3%, 5% raising. So when he bets, he's gonna have an ace. Do you have a gut shot now? He's gonna bet here with an ace, maybe. Maybe he's just trying to make sure straights don't come out. Has he really got king queen? I don't think he's bluffing. I really think he's just got an ace, and he's just making sure that the flush didn't come out. Could be just very cautious. Junk. Bluff. Gutter. I got a check shove here. Wow. I'm going to shove this. I don't think he's got a 5. Remember we did 3 bet. He could have a 5, but he could call with kings, queens, jacks, 10s. There you go. We trapped him. There you go. Can't always have a 5 or a 3. I'm glad they can show that. Because if you had a 5, I look so stupid, don't I? Again, would be the case. We're just going to leave this one and then restart another one. Just since because we're slow. We've got a low bankroll, so need to preserve it to try and stay alive. And then hopefully we can get some C dollars come in. It'd be very handy. I'm going to bet this one. There is a flush now. 2 queens means less likely he's hit the board. Alright, bluffing 9s. Maybe we did 3 bet. Perfect. They look very sooky when they do that. Alright, so we've got a gut shot. Hopefully he bets. We wanted the bet here. Let's get a jam it. Please don't have 8-9. Beautiful. Another one. Alright, so we're calling. We do have a 7. Yeah, 9 comes out, did complete some straights, but he's going to have a king here a lot. We're chasing a flush. It's an easy fold. Okay, we check. Opponents make bad choices when they check, but I've got a book, so is he gonna call with ace high? No. We will leave this table. And we'll cash it in. Alright, I've got the flush draw. Nut flush draw. And unfortunately missed, but that's fine. Not gonna bluff at it, although we probably could have. I hit the queen anyway. Scratch that idea. Slowly going back up again. Sevens. Okay, gotta open up sevens. 7-2 is just not gonna call there. It'd be nice to hit trips though, trip twos. Need some help with fives. Don't think he's gonna be doing that with those king. Could be dropping you with overpairs. Could have people will do that with two pairs and sets though. Some funky jacks or tens line. I don't know. Jack two suited. Against yours truly. Fishy player it looks like. Should be bluffing. We should be folding a lot. He could be connected though, but we do block a connector. If he calls here, he should check to us on the turn. So we'll get a river card. So hopefully we get runner on a flush. Here you go. This is what I was talking about. He's going to check here. Gives a free card. Don't think betting here is a good... He's going to have at least a 9, I think. Unfortunately, we miss. So he fell in the trap of giving us a free card, though. He doesn't realise it. Unless he booked it on the flop. This guy's lucky, supposedly. Yeah, just have to get out of the way. We didn't really have anything connecting. Yeah, these people just all got similar stats. 3%. Pretty tight, actually. I'm going to fold this time. Normally I bet. Oh, definitely. This guy steals a lot, so. Can't do it every time against fish. We did it last time, so he's going to catch on to us. Alright, is he going to call here? King 2 is so wide. Still wide, but get another heart be nice. The ace of hearts. Alright, it's just denying equity there. You could just pretty much assume that these guys are all going to have the same stats. So anyone that's got a yellow means they're going to be 3-betting a lot. Or an aggressive player. Yeah, so when I label them yellow, yeah, they 3-bet a lot. Blue means they have air. Interesting, he steals a lot and he also has a 3% free bet. So he's a bit tricky player. Wow, okay, I've got a net. 7%, 2%, 8%. He's a passive player. Got a bigger gap. This guy is and sort of nittish as well. The last guy I had was the net. Not net. There's another guy. I think I missed him. I think it was the ace-3 hand. Teacher? No, he's just a regular. Another reg. Red. So we're going to call this guy. This is perfect. If he's got aces and kings and queens, he's going to be betting here. Please don't have jacks. He's going to shove here with aces, kings, and queens. Or ace king. That's relatively... That is normal as well. Because think of it this way, he's got a gut shot. So he's representing aces and kings and he's sort of falling behind. He's sort of using his image to get you to fold. But we sort of knew better. We're going to leave this table. Was going to leave the table, but I will now. Just, oh man, come on, don't do that to me. Scare card. Plus he didn't 3-bet pre, so we can use the scare card. So I've got fours. Bit wide with queen jack. Gonna give up after this one if he calls. Alright, we've got 8. So he 3-bets. We don't have enough on him. If he's got queens or jacks, he just hits a set and he beats our 8s anyway. If he's going to do that against us, that's really good because there's going to be times where we have aces and kings and he's just going to run into us. This guy is a little bit red, a little bit everything actually. We'll 4-bet. Unfortunately missed the spade. Notice we 4-bet and he calls. So then the light 4-bet missed. So he's probably going to have some type of pocket pair. And to get to that ace, we've got to go through a jack and a queen. And he could have already hit a set. Or, yeah, if he's got king, queen, king, jack, even a weak player, he's not going to be folding there until the ace on the river. So So expensive to get there. We're just charging for the club. Just don't want another club to come out. Yeah, we're gonna be beat there some of the time though. Open-ended, and if an 8 comes out, beautiful. He didn't want anything to do with it, unfortunately. Would have been interesting though if we got to the river and we just jam and he calls the chop. No 5. Let's get a shove here. Expect him to shove. Yeah, told you. Could have the best hand. No, he's got a jack. How much have we got now? 4, 5, pretty much. It was probably a little loose. We probably should have folded that $1.46.3. Oh, he did that overbet. Cheeky. Yeah, it did an overbet. We should have folded. Weren't paying attention, I guess. Another one. And another one. All right, easy fold. Just labeling all the regs. There's so many. This guy's red. A tightish player. This guy's red as well. We don't have many hands though. I'm gonna put him as red. Actually, he's gone, but a bit early though. This guy's yellow. Yellow again. Someone who steals a bit more. Calling here just for the fact that we had someone deep. Yeah, I want another diamond. That's what I did want. All right, scare card. I labeled him green as an easy player. Remember, it was that other guy before. I don't think he had. I'm not sure if it was the same guy that lucked it out on me. I know he's annoying though, but. Alright, this guy's green. Oh, we'll bet this one. Got a gut shot. Red. This guy's fishy. Red. Someone on the tidy side's red. Weird. I'm not gonna. Yeah, it's gonna be another reg. Interesting, he 3-bet small. Means we can follow him wider. This guy's not sure what to do. I'm going to bet this. He's telling me he hasn't got it. But it could be a bluff as well. So he could be just... he could have queens or jacks there and he's just letting me know. Good hand for twos. Yeah, yuck. All right, so he could have pocket pairs. He could have king, queen. He could still have an ace, and he's just showdown value. Yeah, or pocket pairs. Yeah. Actually, that's a leg. I should actually fold that since we're out of position. In position's different. Out of position shouldn't be chasing. We'll raise up a little bit. He's raised small. He's bet small, so we'll bet larger. So just these yellow guys, we're just making sure we don't miss them. And then we can 4-bet against them. Out of position, just gonna fold. Multi-way pot as well. No club, so we can't continue. Really wanted to see a club. Shoves all in. He's gonna have probably aces there. And let's say he's got queens right. The queen came anyway. He's got his king. We're winning. Given our wrap, we probably could have called. Shallow stack, that's why I shoved. Alright. There's heaps of straights out there. He's going to have a weak hand here. He's going to fold out so much, even though we under-repped everything. We under-rep so much that we're on the risk of... I just don't know how he can not call. He must have had like a really bad suited connected hand or something. Dreaded queen. We are not going to call 3-bet with ace jack. Got a position, no. Net. Interesting. I mean, interesting. He's in the cusp of being green. Bit early to tell. Wait. Okay. Because we play so much, we should have some of these people heaps of hands. Actually, 3-bet's a lot. Three bets a lot. Oh, this guy's red. Tight. Red players, tight. God, yellow. 67%. That's the guy that... So many of them, you know, there's a huge contrast. 3-bet's a ton. No, wait, steals a ton, but 3-bet's very tightly. So it means in a stealing spot, he's going to be wide. But in a standard spot, he's going to be very tight. And so under the gun end of position, very tight. If you're in the cutoff, he's going to be very wide. All right, okay, cool. Here's 7. Gut shot with 9-8. Fortunately, we didn't hit, so we'll let go. He's going to have a king and a jack in his range a lot of the time there. Showdown value hand. If he's got ace, queen, ace, jack, ace, 10, we do beat. There is for other players in the hand, so just trying to get to the river cheaply. Okay. He actually outkicked us. Now we're going to check here. We've got a huge amount of equity. If he's got a 9, unfortunately, 4 didn't drop. This guy's not going to know much, I think. Hopefully he folds, but... If you've got an ace, he's not folding. I probably shouldn't have done this, but hopefully it works. This doesn't mean he's great. It just means he's playing his hands. He's going to have like an ace rag hand. Or ace jack. Literally just spend all day just clicking on these players and just updating. We know he 3-bets a lot. Oh, actually, he steals a lot. Sorry that. Ooh, okay. See you later. 10-10. Still not enough information, but it's close enough. Okay. Fishy? No. Maybe. Get some value from a weekend. Have he calls proper pairs. 10s, 9s, 8s. Or ace 3. Oh, missed flushes as well. Nice. Alright, so got a backdoor. Nut flush. We're going to bet here, build the pot up. If he does the betting for us, fine. Unfortunately, we missed. Could be value betting ourselves there, though. But at the same time, think of it this way. We spent 7 cents to hopefully call to make 20 cents. Maybe we didn't have the right to do that. Maybe we should have bet smaller. The only other strategy you could do is overbet. Wow. Multi-way pot. It's where both hands. Look at 888. Back to $2. How does that work? This guy's a flashy player. Could have ace queen. Probably not now. What's crazy Bunny gonna do? Everyone's in this. Is he gonna call a 10? No. You know what? Full way any bets pot. That is strong. That's a misclick. Probably worked out cheaper in the end. It's 7-8 gets though. We need to charge the flushes now. We could probably raise this. Perfect. Value bets on the turn. Fours need help. Gut shot. He's got an ace. Yeah, he's drawing to a diamond as well. Alright, we're betting here. Need to stop. The flush is coming out. The flush is already there though. Block bet. Don't have a 7. He's probably a jack. Ace queen. Jeez. Alright, we'll take it. If he's got a king, so be it. We'll go check on the river though if he calls. Depending what he does now, he's got a king probably. The only other thing to do is a bet big there, maybe, but at this level, probably not. Probably just fold a shove. I mean, oh, look at that. I mean, look at the where he raised on the queen. Where is flush draws? Straight draws. There's like mega combos out there. It's not like he's just gonna. Maybe not everyone's as crazy as you know. The better players there would raise huge combo draws. This guy's green, I think. No, actually yellow. Okay, he's going to be blocking here a lot. If he checks here, we've got a value bet small. Alright, he calls. Oh, that's a shame. Alright, backdoor. Hmm. Surprised he didn't bet there. We do probably have history though. He bets small, so we call it the sevens. It's big, so we fold. Probably should have raised twos. Or raise bluff. I think he's got it. Ugh. I mean, do you think he's going to fold a set? Probably not. Bluff. Gut shot. I can't fold 12. Really? 6-5? Shallow stack as well. Weird. I ran this guy before. So the type players we can steal the blinds from. Alright, fishy. I tried jamming there, but just never know. Bottom pair. Green. Ooh, this guy's a red. Looks familiar, that name. The other one, not this one. Gotta check here, those king, I think. Also, you could tell, like, you could bet there with the ace because you had a gut shot. King 5, okay. Very tricky player. Cool with the jack or a 9, hopefully. Queen 10. Alright, good. He's going to fold out so much, though. Target the button. Ah, too late. You can tell, man, a lot of the regs have only 3%, 4%. They don't 3-bet enough. I'm going to call here with King 10. He's small. If we bet there, he's going to jam. This guy's an idiot. Idiot. You just folded out the dumb player. Idiot. Also means he could have aces and kings, though. So maybe not such an idiot. I mean, it's a multi-way pot. No one wants that with aces and kings. Yellow. Alright. Black spade. Too bad he's king highs. Do you have a gut shot? We could raise here. One's against the reg. Jamming. Alright, he believed it. I did it because he's a reg. Alright, 8's in position. It's gonna have a ton of ace high. Might have a flush draw. We need to bet here. We check here. He's gonna have ace high. He might have pocket pair. That's bad. Don't want tens. I'm gonna make him red. It's an unknown. Large bet, we're gonna fold. Back to low again. Jeez. That is pretty strong. Ace King will fold, hopefully. Ace Jack, Ace 10, maybe. Yeah, gut shot. Checks here, we should have the best hands. A value bet. Probably too large. Probably should have bet small. Jacks are gone. Alright, this guy's green. If he checks there on the turn, we can bluff at it. Continuing here, 10 of clubs would be nice. Got a gut shot and everyone's deep. So if he bets 20, I've got a call. We can triple up here with a 10. Yeah, unfortunately we missed. The pot's bloated as well. And given what he's doing, he loves his hand. %. Alright, he deserves the green. It's gonna jam this one. He's put a lot in. Drawing dead. You love it. Alright, finally needed that one. Well, he definitely deserved the green. Doesn't like his hands. I bet small, but it didn't work. Fortunately, the fours have missed. Pair the board pairing up, and he checks the king. So we try and defend the hand. Gut shot with king 9. If he bets here, we're calling. Just have a look what he's tried betting with there. Alright, so we both wanted... He was blocking my straight. I wanted the jack. He wanted the 9. We're blocking each other straight, so it's quite romantic in a way. Or poetic, I'd say. Alright, open ender. Hit a pair. This guy's probably green. I mean, I'm worried about 7-9, but don't think so, given the action. Hopefully, he had 2 pair or a set. Just playing it in a weird way, but unfortunate. All right, we've got a straight flush draw. This guy's a green. Looks like we're just trying to bluff him. If he had a flush, he probably would have shoved the river. Like stealing. All right, gut shot. We got to rep the ace. if he raises us, he's got a monster. He's gonna fold out a ton here. Good run out, but gut shot. Flush draw. Yeah, I'd say he's got like an ace. We did have a gut shot and we had a flush draw. Alright, green. Alright, we'll light full bet. It's the reg. They just can't do it, can they? Shallow stack. Alright, backdoor flop. I've got 10. Okay, he's a tight player, so we should know where we're at. He should have a strong hand. Unfortunately, we didn't get anywhere near what we wanted. Flush draw would be nice. Hit a 10. 2 2s. Didn't vape at the river. I mean, I didn't. We'll call 1. I think we can't continue here. This has got king, queen, king, jack. Yeah, there you go. Where are you? Yeah, there. We did 3 bets, so we'll bet this one. Gut shot. This guy's gut shot. Everyone's deep here. I want to call, but I can't because GT. Ace queen. Alright, we've got a gut shot, so we're not dead. Jack would have been really good. Slowed down, interesting. We also got a jack, so we're not totally dead. Hit a king. Not good enough. If he checked there, I think we attack. Guy's quite solid. Alright, tens and nines. Damn it. So if I bet here, we're value betting ourselves because an ace will never fold. No, we still got the best hand. He did have a gut shot for a 6 straight. Looks like a limb trapper. Alright, we've hit the 6. We need to charge the flush draw. Ace, queen, ace, king, ace, 10 will fold out, which have... Yeah, the 10 would have got there. We're only at 6, so we're still defending. Red. Bets into us, he's probably got ace, king. He could have kings now. He could thin value this. We're gonna overbet this one. Hopefully, get him to fold out. He not fold out. A call pocket pairs. We've seen him do it before. He's probably just got a Broadway though. Ace 10 maybe calls. Ace 9. Just trying to get a queen to call maybe. Alright, so aces. Low board. Right when I got to go, start getting hands. Alright, we're going to bet this one. Do have a gut shot. And still needs to defend it as well. Should get a free river card too. So if sometimes they call their check too. Over bets. He likes my sizing of 2. Is ace king, ace queen get a call? Pretty tight call. Seven's there and it's a straight, so fold equity was there. I think he had a better hand, so he's thinking of hero calling. And would have been right. Alright, well, we'll call it the last hand. Of course it's going to be a doozy. 7 comes out, be nice. Let's bluff at it. Still need a 7. Just gotta give up. I was gonna overbet and try and bluff him, but if he's got pocket pair, he's never folding. He's got 9. Does he find a fold? I don't think so. I think we did the right choice. It's not great. We're at $6. We did get still $3 behind us. The other thing too is to look at just 4 big blinds. Wish it was more, but you never know. Need a bit of luck. Hopefully get some C dollars, but we'll get some free tournaments and stuff hopefully as well. Not free, not the free rolls that I'm worried about. I mean the free spinning golds. I think it's the dollar today. Hopefully. Where is it? I think it's the next one Friday. Oh, it's only gonna be a 25 center. The dollar is at Saturday, so tomorrow. That'd be nice. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Bye.